15th pick in last year's draft out of Alabama. He is appearing courtesy of Noble, which we will get into. Of course, I'm talking about Mac Jones. Mac, what a whirlwind you've been on, man. How you feeling? How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm glad to be here and be on the show. This is a great honor.
It's a great honor to have you on the program. Great to meet you. I got to ask, man, Tuscaloosa, Boston, Vegas, L.A. I mean, there's a lot of different cultural shifts going on. What's it been like for you to do all this?
Yeah, it's great. I know we were talking about that. It's cool to be able to travel around and enjoy some things, but it's all because of the game of football, and that's just something that comes with the game, and it's really cool to be able to meet different people in different places in the whole world, really.
Mac Jones, my guest. Now, amazing to me, you had never been to Vegas before.
Yeah.
And I think we all remember what Vegas was like the first time we went. Now, me being old enough to be your granddad, Vegas was very different the first time I went. But right now, man, Vegas is lit up. What was Vegas like for you?
Yeah, it was pretty wild. The Pro Bowl experience was great. Just to be able to meet everybody out there and just to be a part of that group and, playing the game and all that was fun. And, Vegas is a cool city. It's a very fast pace and there's a lot going on, but my family and I were out there together and I'd never been, so it was good to just get out and about, go eat some good food.
You know it. Patriots quarterback Mac Jones. That's underrated, by the way. You don't need to just go and club and get your gamble on. That's fun, but there's some really good eats there.
Yeah.
He is appearing courtesy of Noble. So you were at that game and you ripped off a 72-yard touchdown run. You capped it with the gritty. Unfortunately, the refs ruled that you were down more than 50 yards from the end zone. Did it feel good still to drop that gritty, or did they wreck the moment for you?
I mean, it's all good. I just got to finish at the goal line every play, so I didn't know if I was down or not, but it's all good. I had to, try and score and win the game.
Always. All right, so I know that you're already thinking about next season. You're talking about what you're going to do in the offseason to take the next step. I know you want to get stronger. I know you've cleaned up your diet. In fact, cleaning up your diet is something everybody can identify with. We're all trying to do that. What kind of changes are you making?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of things that I'm looking forward to just in clean eating, and we have a great nutritionist at the Patriots who's helping me in Ted, and it's a journey and a process, but I've been trying this whole year to eat as best I can, and now we just have to come up with another game plan to add more muscle and take off some fat.
Mac Jones is joining us. In talking to players over the years, there's an enormous difference between their rookie season and their second season because, they've been through it and they've seen it. Guys like Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert are great examples of how much of a jump you can make from year one to year two. You had a great year one. How much of a jump do you expect to make next year?
Yeah, I think with anything you do, I think back to college for me, just the progress I made as a freshman to a sophomore to a junior, etc. You learn a lot, your body changes, you grow, so you get more experience, and that's just part of the deal is getting more experience, going in there in the off season, knowing what you have to do to play in a long season and all that. And I'll definitely watch what guys did to make progress and try and do the things they did and just watch everything I can to get better.
Mac Jones, my guest. Listen, you're a winner. You came to the NFL having already won on the big stage, but walking into an NFL locker room is a different deal. You've got vets, you've got, quote, grown-ass men, they've got families, they're getting paid. That's a different world altogether. When you're a young guy, and you came with a lot of credibility because you had success, what's it like to walk into that locker room and then suddenly all eyes are on you and you're supposed to lead these guys that have already been in the league?
Yeah, I think it's a great opportunity, and I have a lot of room to grow there, and I did make progress, and a lot of that just comes with being yourself and enjoying the guys around you. We have a great group of guys, young, old, or in the middle. I mean, we have it all, so they're great dudes, and it was really fun to play with them, but we're excited to make a big jump here and just come together this offseason and make progress as a group.
I still think that in the aftermath of that loss to the Bills, I was really struck by your maturity, your leadership, the way you showed up in that press conference. I mean, you're still only 23. Is leadership something you work on and try to develop like any other muscle? Like, you've got your physical gym. Is there kind of like a leadership gym, a mental gym? Do you work on that muscle?
Yeah, all the time. I mean, I've worked with tons of different people, and obviously we have great leaders at the Patriots, whether it's players or coaches, and one of the greatest coaches of all time. So I've had good experience with different organizations, whether that be Alabama or high school or with the Patriots, and I just try and learn everything I can from people who have already done it and have led, the right way. And you're just, it's good to be a natural leader and just be yourself, which is what, I can do.
Yeah, but are you? I mean, are you wired for that? Were you always that guy, or did you learn to be a good leader?
Both. I think, like, you kind of have to want it, and you want to be able to lead, the guys around you so you can win. And that's what it all goes down to, is winning the game, whatever you're playing, winning the competition, whatever it may be. So I understand, there's a lot that goes into that, and learned a lot this year from, just the whole experience. And I kind of know what it takes to win. I know what it takes to lose. So there's a small margin of error.
You've made the analogy before. It's almost like you're a pilot and you're logging hours in the book, right? You're learning from every experience.
Yeah.
You're present for everything. We're talking to Mac Jones. He's appearing courtesy of Noble, which we're going to talk about in 1 minute. In terms of your mental game, believe it or not, you may find this hard to believe that you and I actually do have a mutual friend in Ben Newman.
Yeah.
Ben
shout
Newman
out, Ben.
Shout out, Ben. Ben is a legendary mental health coach and performance coach, and he is a legend. He works with the Alabama program. He raves about you. He loves you. How much has he helped you with the mental aspect of your game and your life overall?
Yeah, Ben's been a great help to me, and whether it be through text, phone call, or at Alabama, or at my house in New England, he's come around and just tried to lift me up, and he's taught me a lot about leadership, and I've been blessed to work with a lot of people like that, not just Ben alone, but I try to accept everybody and listen to what they have to say, and just learn, write down notes. I mean, I have notes from Ben when he came to talk to us our first day at Alabama 4 or 5 years ago.
Dude, so I got a feeling you got notes from everything.
Yeah, right? I keep everything on file.
Mac, you are really even-keeled. Like, I know some guys who run really hot. I know some guys who run on fuel that motivates them. I'm really curious. Like, when you got your chance at Alabama, you just dominated, and then you went 15th overall in the draft. Obviously, you're really happy about where you went. However, is there any part of you that took mental notes on the teams that passed on you?
I think with anything you do, I mean, certain things motivate you, and for me, it comes from the internal drive of just trying to win. And I've always wanted to win, and when we don't win, whether it be Pop Warner football or ping pong, I don't care what it is, it's frustrating to lose. So that's what my mind thinks about, and I can do a better job of trying to get there next year and be where we want to be. So.
Dude, still all humility, all class, very humble. Are you 100% trying to prove people right who believed in you? Is there no part of you that wants to prove people wrong? No part of you that wants to say, hey, yo, how you like me now?
I mean, yeah, I have it on the inside, but I don't like to talk about it or anything. I just keep to myself. And everyone's entitled to their opinions, and that's part of life, and it's motivating. But like I said, all my motivation comes from myself, pretty much.
Are you competing against those guys, or is it you versus you?
Me versus me.
Why is that? Explain that.
To me, that's just like a lot of variables that goes into everything, but the only thing you can control is you, your I always say your attitude and your effort, because that's what my high school coach always told me. Just focus on what you can control, and the other variables will take care of themselves.